Just leaving it hanging in the balance center of whether we're not alive. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to yet another cast of competitive Left 4 Dead 2. I, of course, am Dragon, and tonight I am joined by a very good friend of mine. In the co-casting seat is Jahze. Say hello, Jahze.
Hello.
Jahze, of course, is the legendary and infamous coder of the Equilibrium config, which, of course, is the main feature of this Equilibrium Cup. And I gotta say, it's been brilliant so far. And this man is a legend. Has done so much work for the community. So you should all be giving him a massive fucking applause right now.
I like how I'm infamous. That's much better than being famous.
Famous doesn't cut it. Infamous will only suffice. So, yeah, this is a pretty crunch match right here. It is basically the semi-finals of the losers bracket, the last of the semi-finals between Too Late and Extreme Team, or Extreme Killers. And it's being played on Dark Carnival 1 to 4. Of course, on the EQ config. The real EQ config. As we like to know, there's a couple of variations out there. But this stuff is authentic. Is this like the first time you've done a cast on the actual EQ Cup, Jahze, or is it you've only done like CGFB ones before? Have you actually done an EQ Cup one before?
No, I haven't done the EQ Cup. I did vodka drinkers versus someone that I can't remember.
Okay,
But that was CGFB.
well, you're about to get a taste here of a higher level than that, I believe.
I hope so.
Well, Too Late, they've had a very good run through this cup. They lost to Impossible in the winners bracket semi-finals, but they made it the way to this stage now, even by beating Elmo, formerly known as Rooter Pixies, the Ragpipe champions in the last round. And Extreme Team put on a very good performance to beat High Skill in their previous losers bracket match in a close game. It was only separated by about 150 points in the end. In fact, they even came from behind after the second map. I believe it was like 500, 600 point gap after map 2. The Extreme Team were behind. They made it back with a brilliant performance on map 3, wiping High Skill early on and then making it to the save room with about like a sick for a fifth of like total health bonus, but still it was a very good run. All of Extreme Team is in the server. We're just waiting for the rest of Too Late to come. Snyder was late home, apparently. I don't know if it was work or a social occasion with friends or something, but he's just logged onto the game. So I believe it's Whoops, MC, Maniac, and Snyder who'll be playing for Too Late. And for Extreme Team, we've got Rox, Check, Anissa, and Yanni. And to answer your question, Jeff, no, I don't think Extreme Team like having war rooms, which is a shame. It kind of seems like Europeans are more shy compared to Americans. But apparently, when it comes to war rooms, seems like most Europeans are actually nervous about them. Funnily enough. Don't know about you, Jahze. You don't ever get nervous, do you, of war rooms? Oh wow, you've gagged yourself. I didn't even see that until I looked at the overlay.
Oh no, it was just my internet died and then it came back and it came back automatically. But yeah, I think perhaps sometimes they're nervous because they don't want to give away their strats. Maybe.
I suppose that's true. Then again, when it comes to infected play, it could be most of the time it's almost situational to the point where you'd have to get like the same set of circumstances like on a regular basis to make it something worth copying. because of course, you know, you never have like the same like lineup of infected on a regular basis. So yeah, this game was really supposed to start about half an hour ago, so the usual delays have started again, I'm afraid. Well, first we were waiting for Snyder, then we're waiting for basically now for the rest of the teams to join up. Yoni's just disconnected. I don't know if he's having issues or not. And yeah, I'd like to shout out to Jason for being a high quality professional Greek soldier that he is, who is indeed watching this cast. I gotta say, no other man has made me feel weaker than these quite like Jason. I have to hand it to him. I like Snyder's ping, going over 200 when he gets the server. So Jahze, life after CGFB Cup 2, how's it been for you?
Not too bad. It's meant that I can start working on EQ 1.3, which is great.
It's fantastic, yeah, it's gonna be a collaboration between yourself, myself, and Battle and others, for sure. In preparation for CGFB Cup 3, which I don't know don't know how soon that will be, but after this cup, I can imagine it getting together pretty quickly.
Yeah. I mean, I think as well, we were talking about the other day sort of having a couple of different brackets for the Beginners Cup, being that EQ is like a fairly difficult config, and so it might be nice to have something that's a bit easier for players who are just starting out.
Yeah, sure. I mean, we were discussing the idea of like an EQ light, basically, and it's also something that can help. it's it's something a bit more worthwhile than Confugal Light. And Confugal Light, well, that still has like medkits and T2s in a way, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think, well, I believe the T2s are limited to one per pickup, but then obviously if you go into somewhere like the Dead Center, Map 2 gun shop, doesn't really count for anything. But in general, I mean, it's about making configs that attract these newer players who haven't tried Confugal before. And whilst I don't think with EQ Lite, I'd like to go down the route of adding med packs and T2s because it's kind of a false representation of what competitive play at higher levels is like. I think there are other ways that we could make it easier to attract newer players. Things like decreasing the spawn timers, increasing them, and maybe looking at the tank and how much health he has. Sort of
Yeah,
tweaks like that, which still keep the key elements of what makes EQ in there, but makes it a bit more survivable for people who are just starting out.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's I know from history as well that even the idea of Confugal, like fresh in the past, some players was a little bit daunting because it's naturally a massive step up from what vanilla is.
Yeah.
It's a completely different ballpark. And, you know, there does need to be some sort of like stepping stone, like in the middle, to sort of help them transition so that they can make the full step and feel more confident about it, and possibly reduce the amount of time needed to make it as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think it would be good because I mean, as we all know, Left 4 Dead 2 doesn't have a whole lot of players in the competitive scene. Whilst there is sort of a core which is pretty active, I think attracting new players is a good thing to do. But when you raise the skill bar so high for anyone who wants to come in, then I can see why it would be daunting.
Yeah. You know, it even reminds me of that crazy idea I had a week or two ago about making something like I don't know, something like a sort of CGFB idol kind of thing, where you just get a group of like random players. You know, they don't even have to be in like set groups. They can just sort of like mix and match to the cup or thing goes, and it's like a process of like finding out who are like the standout players of like a bunch of people new to the competitive scene, see if they've got what it takes to go all the way.
Mm.
I think that's actually kind of good in a way because it's sort of like adds the element of them having to like adapt to different players and different teams. The idea of like finding what you have in common, the strengths and weaknesses you have in your own play as well as the others around you.
Yeah, I mean, I think as well, a concern for people who are starting out is finding a team, especially if you don't have, if you've been playing in public games a lot, then you won't necessarily have a group of players that you know and will play with a lot, and so having a kind of system where you can get a lot of new players to, play with each other, play with different teams, and see where sort of friendships and playing styles cross over, and then they can form the teams out of that. I think that would be a good kind of scenario, I guess, for people to start out in.
Absolutely, yeah. We've been joined by Sud as well, who I probably no doubt is providing the HD stream with some action, or lack of it, due to the teams not being fully ready.
Yeah, we're still missing someone from Too Late, living up to their name. Too Late.
Absolutely. Although they do actually have the advantage, because they tried playing their match yesterday. Well, there's actually a lot of confusion last night. They did try playing their match, but these two teams actually had to play two matches against each other in different cups. One being this one, and one for some Easter Cup being hosted by PWG. And there was like a couple of things said, and based on like the right words not being chosen, they didn't know until the time came that one team meant starting one cup and the other team meant starting the other cup match
Ah,
first.
right, I see.
Um,
There's specs in here. Do we don't want them, I presume.
um, well, technically they're not supposed to be here, but I don't know. Truth be told, I'm not bothered so much about it. I don't know about anyone else.
This is PWG, right? So they
As long as they don't cause, well, I mean it's PWG, but even in spec chat, as long as they don't troll or anything or don't cause too much of a ruckus, then I suppose it's okay.
okay.
Unless by the player's request, they don't want other specs that don't need to be here, in that case, yeah, they do have to go.
Oh wow. I can't believe that they're still not here. I thought we were
It's
waiting on
it's
Snyder, and now Snyder is here.
I believe it's MC. Yeah, I've just asked Whoops now if he's ready. Ah, he's having issues with Steam apparently. That's why he's not here yet.
It appears somebody else has got
He is around
admin
there.
here.
He is in Mumble apparently with them. It's just Steam issues. But yeah, I mean, I'm guessing it's like a slight technical issue that adds on to the issue of Too Late having to get Maniac and Snyder in. Because apparently So and Skeptical were like the original Too Late players when this cut began. I think due to inter-team issues, they're no longer part of Too Late, and they brought in Maniac and Snyder to replace them.
Yeah, I believe that Snyder was already part of Too Late. I'm not sure, but
I don't think he was.
okay.
Whoops was telling me that when So and Skeptical left, Maniac and Snyder came in. So, I mean, Bam was also plays for them as well, but he's got PC issues. In fact, I've not seen Bam feature for quite a while, to be honest. But yeah, it's actually another thing that I'm coming back to the config discussion. There are a couple of things we were talking about, like plugins for what was it? Things like lerp restrictions. Because the way you see it on PWG is that they really tightened down on a lot of things. Like for
Yeah,
example, wait commands. You get
closed
kicked.
caption.
Yeah, you get kicked if you use certain lerp settings. And I was like, I can understand where they're coming from, but it seems a little much. Like to kick someone. I thought you could just write something where, it forces it to a certain lerp or within a certain limitation instead of having to outright kick them.
Well, I mean, I may be wrong, and I'm sure someone will correct me if I am, but that Left 4 Dead 2, there is a CVAR that you can set in your client, which allows the server to change your client variables. But if you don't have that set, then the server doesn't have access to change those things. So I think it's a case of the way that it works. It's not actually possible to get the server to set your alert for you unless you enable this magic CVAR, in which case it can.
Cool. And another thing was also that stats tracker thing we mentioned, sort of like a way to help. Well, it was more designed to help for like the newer players, like sort of point them in the direction of where they can sharpen up their play and stuff.
Mm.
But obviously make it about relevant stats.
Yeah, I think that would be kind of interesting. I mean, the basic idea was that it would give you an indication of sort of the average health bonus that you carried into the safe room and the amount of hunters you skeeted, charges you leveled, etc., etc. But the idea being that you could go back and look at it, and then if it says that 75% of the time you get capped by a jockey, well then you might need to work on your jockeyfying skills.
Yeah. Do you get nightmares from jockeys?
Yeah, they're creepy
Right.
things.
As a point, I walked into the shop the other day and I actually saw jockey boxes. I'm not kidding. I
What?
actually saw
As
like
in Left 4 Dead
boxer
2
shorts.
jockeys.
Well, no, but it might as well have been, to be honest, because it had like
Okay.
jockey on the front of it. It's just like, wow. I mean, truth be told, when I look at a jockey and I see his duds he's got on, he needs a fucking change. So, there you have it, gents. If you're looking for a change in some underwear, go for jockey boxers.
Oh, I see what you mean. I thought you meant boxer shorts with like the jockey imprinted on it. But no, that'd
Wow.
be a very interesting choice of underwear.
Wow, word. Hey, lady.
Look at this creepy mask on my boxers.
Actually, what's even more disturbing, I think, is not just the jockey, but the jockey's face, like in the groin part on the boxer shorts. We have some disturbing imaginations in this cast box,
Yeah,
and that's even without battle.
it's true. Well, obviously he's rubbed off on you.
A little bit. I was
Inside
disturbed long
joke.
before. I was disturbed long before battle, though.
How old is Battle? I'm trying to remember. I'm sure he's told me, but I
He's
can't.
26.
Okay.
Doesn't sound like it. And again, I don't sound like my age, so.
No, I always think you sound older than you are. Wow, MC is here.
He's finally here.
Maybe we might be able to watch a game of Left 4 Dead 2 now. I'm excited. Everyone
Too
get
late, but
excited.
he's finally fucking here.
Yeah,
47
47 minutes.
minutes.
I mean, I think that it would be interesting to implement some kind of system where it's like you're 47 minutes late, they get a 47 point advantage. Because it's not much, but it's enough to, perhaps make people get here on time. Yeah, maybe that. Maybe 10 points every minute after 25. That seems reasonable to me, to be
Yep.
honest. What would that put them at? 220 extra points.
Yeah. Maybe something to do in the future.
Yeah, I think rules on people coming late should be tightened up. I mean, if it is genuinely a technical issue, then I suppose um you can't do a lot about it. Anyway, we're going
There's
live.
a couple of ones, yeah. A couple of issues, but we're going live. And first lineup is Charger, Boomer, Jockey, and a Smoker. So pretty much the perfect separation setup they've got here. I imagine that the survivors will be using most of the space on the right-hand side. Except that Rochelle's actually going for the middle.
And they're currently asking about the jockey bug.
Ah, I can't type on thing because it's spec chat in
What
PWG.
I can type for you. What's the official ruling on that?
Just try not to use it basically. You won't get penalized, but it's just fair play thing. Just don't use it.
What
Like
about
if it's an accident kind of thing, then you know let it go. It's fine, but because it's like no official like rules sort of thing. But if it keeps on going, alright, Charlie got shot down very quickly. Smoker in the back on Rochelle. As a jockey on Ellis as well. A little bit of damage going on the board. 21 damage total. That's not a bad first attack actually. But I mean, yeah, we were talking about this. We were talking about this the other day, and we said that if there wasn't actually anything in terms of help from Valve or community coders that could do anything about it, might have to actually do point penalties for to actually sort of balance it out. Because you have to work it out with the Charger or the Hunter when they scratch the jockey victims. Actually, Sud, I used to be a... Very briefly, I used to play Demo Man on competitive TF2. So, rollouts, I might be able to help you there, I don't know. I actually only really learned Badlands properly, but anyway, his next attack is coming on the bridge choke point. A boom is landed on Coach. The Charger misses his charge, but a Hunter gets on Coach. And this Charger's trying to come in for punches, gets shot down very quickly. 4 silenced SMGs, not a lot you can do against that. They do put in some good damage. It's steady chip, not much, but it's going in little by little. And Maniac is taking up a scout. Second car is alarmed. They do have a Smoker and a Boomer, and a Jockey and a Hunter. They will get this to get out. A bomb bag. It's 4 booms. Wow. They are going in with this attack. Oh, that Jockey, if he landed, it would be a tri-cap. Gets a proxy boom. We're all 4 again. Wow, and Jockey's still trying to get on Coach in that hotel run.
The tank is up at 85%, which means it's
Yeah.
post drop.
It's a late tank, and I think that's why they... It's certainly a good idea to take the scout in that case. They will need it for that long-range ship. It's good damage, though. I mean, this level, we're used to like seeing CGFB Cup matches a lot, where effective damage is probably a little bit easier to dish out. It's actually good play from both teams at the moment. In fact, I think it could be a really close match. I really don't know who to choose over these 2 teams. They both played extremely well to get here. Too late did brilliantly against Elmo, and Extreme Team prevailed against High Skill in a very close match. They're actually taking their time. We're going down this cliffside here. I mean, there's a Hunter, Smoker, Spitter, Charger waiting for them. You see where the Charger is and the Spitter are based. They're actually based on the opposite side on that spot that I like to use at times.
Yeah, they seem to be doing what a lot of teams do now, which is to send one down to clear all the common.
Yeah. They're being really cautious about their health bonus here, not making sure any comms get in the way, but there is a Hunter coming in for a DP. Smoker at the back getting whoops. Hunter does land, and there's a Charger going up front as well. That was a 2.5
Spit
cap
lands
right there.
on that charge.
Wow. For all their cautious play, all their baiting. And they're going to get an in cap here almost. Oh no, he just got out. MC just made it out of a spit, but there is a tank in the hands of Rocks. I think he's just trying to keep line of sight at the moment, except Whoops is actually pushing ahead. He gets himself some spare pills. They do have one bleeding out, that is MC playing as Nick. With a Smoker, Jockey and Hunter, they got a tri-cap if they want to push in on this.
It looks like the tank is going for a rock.
And he does
and he
land it
gets
as
it.
well. Maniac, who is the sniper of the group. And the Jockey goes on him as well. Well, that was
no
a brilliant
ammo.
attack.
Yeah, there's no ammo, so it looks like they're going to try and push the tank as hard as they can.
Anything
Before
they
they
can
run
do.
out.
Wait, you do have a car waiting. In fact, as long as they're not pushing, I mean, they're backing away now. You can see the car, and he's getting a bit of chip on the tank there as Maniac. Got one or two bullets into him. I mean, if I was a tank, I'd actually get a couple more cars in, to be honest.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's punched the alarm car, which is interesting. We usually see people go for the cars on the right-hand side up there, but
he's throwing rocks. He's in a... I was dealing with nature in his room. Tank is sort of like deciding what to do next. Hiding behind a bush, throwing a rock, maybe thinking about bringing the car in. Still in control of rocks though. Still the first pass. Boomer tried. As ASO got popped pretty quickly. And these survivors are trying to push up. They're trying to flank this. Oh, there is a charger there, but I think he went a bit too soon. Check is a charge. He's still hiding in a bush. Still up. Oh,
he whiffs.
He's drawn out. Charge's got AI.
Down.
His charge is actually... He's got a punch! A 106 HP AI charger got a punch out of that. Check is going in though, and he's already down at 2k health. He gets a punch. He's got to punch this car uphill.
A tri-boom.
Oh, that car almost got coached, and now he gets him. Oh wow, all the health bonus is gone. Even if they survive this, which they're going to survive this tank. Wow, I think Coach is almost going to die here. He's dead. Snyder is dead. Whoops is down. And Maniac has been released from the smoker. I think Maniac's the only one with, sorry, it was Nick who was released from the smoker, I believe. Maniac's the only one who's got a tiny sliver of permanent HP. Even that's not going to be enough. But, I mean, surviving is better than not surviving, so they'll take the small amount of points they'll get from it. But, truth be told, they did not need to push that tank the way they did.
No. I think as the tank pushed the car down the hill, they thought that they could just go in and get him. But that tri-boom really wasn't good for them.
Oh, well, Boomer goes in on Nick. See, as Jockey's bouncing along the rooftop of the safe room. Charger comes in, gets a double charge with a spit as well. Only Maniac up, who's got the sniper, is slow on the fire rate. And there's a spitter coming and scratching Maniac. MC is incapped on the ground again. Actually, is he again? No, he wasn't even incapped the first time. Sorry, that's his first down. And there's all common beating on MC as well, preventing him from getting up. They're going to have 3 spawns up by the time he's on his feet. Jockey, Charger, and Smoker. They need a quick tri-cap if they can get it. And Rochelle closes the door on them, but gets a Charger. Oh, double cap as well. Oh my. And I tried to follow it up. Extreme Killers ever more delaying too late from making the safe room. I'm having to clear the bombs up.
Is out of ammo now.
Yeah, he's just got the single pistol. They still haven't got Maniac up as a Hunter up. 5 seconds away from the other 3 spawns being ready. They just need to get even just one person to close the door. Going in, Hunter. I think they're just going to leave Maniac to it. Except Maniac's now black and white himself. The other 2 are black and white. Oh, Maniac's changed his alert. Not allowed. Oh, MC got the skeet there on the Hunter. MC almost died. They really are trying to get extra little points so they can get out of this. And I do make it into the safe room. Yeah, they recognize. XT said, yeah,
that's good.
toggle back.
Yeah, I think that's good form as well by X team because a lot of teams have sort of waited till the end of the match and said, "Oh, you've love
Yeah,
toggled," and tried to dispute. And I think
yeah,
unless they bring it up at the time, it's not really a valid argument to dispute a whole match over.
Sorry,
yeah.
guys. Guess it wasn't such a hot idea after all. God damn you, Jimmy
And
Jr. Well, see, that was just uncalled for.
Manix left the game, whether he's had issues or not. I was wondering why there's a lot of info on the next round load up.
I'm grabbing pills.
Yeah, I don't know. It may be a PWG thing where he's tried to change it back and it's kicked him.
Yeah, and that's another thing that's a bit of an issue is that, you know, change LERP enough and you actually get kicked. And I think Battle had an issue with this at one time where he couldn't actually get back into the server for a while. Which is why I think, you know, if there was a way of like coding it so that you set limitations to the point where it forces the limitations rather than just kicking someone, it wouldn't cause so many delays. Not to mention with all the things about long arms and stuff to deal with. I mean, that's in a way, I mean, I'd say it'd be a good thing based on that alone. That, you know, if everyone was forced to play on the same rates, then at least you wouldn't have to worry about, oh, that guy's using bullshit rates or whatever. But at the same time, I don't, you know, everyone's internet connection, PC specs obviously aren't the same, so
yeah,
that's not exactly a feasible scenario.
Yeah, spec chat is blocked. Like spec all talk is blocked here.
Yeah, I find it, unless Rock's got him on his friends list, I find it a bit funny trying to ask that. This live is going round. This round is going live. Spoonerism. Hopefully it's the only one tonight.
Now we can die there as adults.
Same setup, Jockey Charger, Boomer and Smoker. And XT themselves are running out with the 4 Silence SMG setup.
Reloading.
Jockey spawns behind the bus, so does the Smoker. Charger smokes, is in front. And his Charger's going to come through, but doesn't land on anyone. A little bit of damage, only 8 on the boards. Boomer saves himself, gets a boom on Ellis.
A mono boom.
Not quite as much damage for too late as Extreme Team managed in the first round, but well, I mean, it's a start at least. It's not easy to land a great attack here, because it's more survivor oriented, I'd say. But they do have an attack ready. They're actually going in early. Hunter and Smoker. Oh, Hunter tried going for Rochelle. Jockey does get Rochelle though. On some damage there on rocks. But what this is going to do is this is going to give Extreme Team the chance to bypass the bridge choke point.
Yeah, I think though sometimes I look at it like teams are so good at baiting out that bridge choke now that if you can hit in places that they don't expect, you might even get more damage.
Yeah. But truth be told, there's a lot of ways to develop survivor tactics as a team, and it's, you know, there's actually more potential than I think people realise, they just don't do it. There's a Boomer going up on...
Boomer stumbled that Charger.
Smoker tried pulling someone, Charger comes along up.
Oh, he landed.
There was a slam there. So a little bit of damage. It's the same thing for Extreme Team as it was for Too Late. They're taking a little bit of chip like now and then from each attack. It's still strong survivor play as well. So Boomer's going to go from the car. There's only a single boom this time. And there's a Smoker at the front. Oh, the Hunter wasn't
Hunter
quick
dropped
enough.
down, unfortunately.
Yeah, he wasn't quick enough to capitalize on that. That could have been a very good double cap. And again, this gives the chance for Extreme Team to push this particular choke point as well, which is nasty if you've got like a Charger and Spear to contend with in there. And I'd be surprised if they were as cautious as Too Late were going down this cliffside as well. Even though being cautious didn't exactly work out for Too Late when they did it.
No, it didn't pay off, unfortunately.
I think it's because they expect all the infected to come from the same side, like from the cliff top.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we see them doing the same thing. I do notice a lot of teams doing this now, just sending one down to clear as much common as they can.
Whoops is actually going from the same spot Extreme Team's Charger did last round. I wonder if they're actually trying to replicate it for each infected.
Mm.
Might
I mean,
as well.
one of the things that I think is that...
Well, this next attack is coming in. Oh, they spawned to distract with sounds.
Oh,
25 damage pounds.
DP.
Oh, but the Charger missed. His prediction charge wrong. But a brilliant DP. 25 damage pounce on rocks right there. And they do spawn a tank. Damage pounce there was from Maniac. And he was the one who's in control of the tank as well.
Personally, I don't like it as much. If you can get your whole team to LOS well here, then it's okay.
There's a boom though. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I don't particularly favour this spot, because you're actually more easily surrounded. Double cap is going on with Jockey on Nick, and a Hunter steal on Ellis. Taking their time to clear him. But Maniac has been chipped a little bit. He's actually taken 3 scout bullets. And Czech, I think, is their sniper for this game. Usually it's, I think it's Yoni, but when Czech plays, I think he takes control of the scout. But I mean, as you can see now, oh, it's a tiny baby gun, but it's a true tier 1 sniper rifle. True, say no tier 2 in this conflict. There's a Charger spawning from behind the bush. Smoker tried getting Rochelle, and this Charger's just going to go in for punches and a slam on her. And that is Rock's incapacitated.
Oh, close right there.
But this, yeah, this tank, or a Maniac, he really needs to land a rock, because otherwise he's going to pass it. So I think they need to keep this long tank going as much as they can.
Yeah. Especially when they're playing it back there, you can tend to be able to get quite a bit of sight.
Well, now Extreme Team are deciding to push up a little bit. Maniac's had to get out, and he's going to pass this tank.
Yeah. It looks like he's going to go play with some toys.
Yeah. Tank was in the hands of MC. It double pass though to Whoops. Whoop tanks have a pretty good record. There's a boom though on Ellis. Again, it's Ellis, so he seems to be catching most of the booms for Extreme Team.
Oh, Charger gets 2
and he
fists
gets
in there.
punches on him, yeah.
I mean, the tactic of just booming them whilst they're down there is a good one as well, I think. Especially when there's no ammo. Oh, specifically when there's no ammo pile.
Oh! Johnny tried skiing that rock and it didn't work. He ended up catching it instead. Extreme Team had a strong start to Survivor round, but this tank play and the support around it on the SI is really laying into their health bonus one by one. Rox has no permanent HP left. Eniso is almost close to 0 himself. Johnny is taking the chip. It's only Czech who's pretty much keeping up the... Sorry, it is Johnny who's got the sniper, not Czech. I thought for some reason that Czech was playing as coach, I don't know why. But Czech is playing as Nick. Whoops has still got very good frustration. I mean, well, actually he's down to 3.5k health already, so he's taken quite a bit of chip. But he's still got the option of that car, and because of that, it's left the survivors bunched up and behind that tree. He's getting the car in. He's in a dangerous spot. We've only got that tree for cover, plus the water around them is going to slow them down.
He's trying to flank them with the car. Get one either side.
They are bunched up so badly.
No.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
no.
right in there.
Oh no!
Oh, 2 of them.
One on health
2 of them
bonus.
almost dead as well. The tank, I think Whoops needs to go in and get the kill. If he could do that. He has got a double kill out of that. But the thing is now, even though there's 2 survivors left, they've actually got pretty good health bonus, so they just need to kill this And Ellis, Anusa is out of ammo.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things that I was saying earlier, that if you can keep landing those booms, you can get them to waste their ammo,
And
and then
look at that damage from Yanni. He got 3.6k damage. Charger misses though. They got a smoker behind. And they got so many commons to contend with as well. Anusa, well, actually, he's still got an SMG ammo. I thought unusually he was trying to kill a tank with a single pistol, but kudos to him for doing that. The Boomer though gets popped despite the commons. Anusa cannot clear Coach. Or does now.
Smoker's still up though.
But it was a well-played tank by Too Late. They got a double kill out of that.
Yeah. It was very good how he put one car either side of the tree and just
But
sandwiched
he
them
did do something. The jockey was blocked by that that object right there. Otherwise, he could have probably landed a punch on Ellis. But they get in with a 34 bonus and look at the score.
Yeah, 4 points. Very close so far.
And it is the Extreme team who are leading. 4 points. And you can't say teams didn't get wiped there. Teams did actually make it to safe, albeit none of them with all 4 players.
I think that is the most difficult Dark Harley one tank.
Yeah, for sure, because, you know, if the affected teams play it wisely, they can easily get, you know, a lot of health bonus ripped out of survivors or even kills. It showed on both of those rounds there. Especially Whoops, I mean, he actually played it pretty wisely with the cars there. Making sure there was a car on each side of that tree. Got the survivors boxed in like some chess grandmaster playing another master.
Yeah, it was very good.
Czech got his boom on royally in that round as well. Got 7 survivors with vomit. I think Anusa helped quite a bit though with receiving most of that vomit. But we are going live in this round. Oh, no, we're not, because someone's aborted there. Ready. It was Snyder. I think that's the one that Jeff is referring to as the child, apparently. But anyway. 78% tank. It's quite a late tank again. Oh, that jockey took some
Yeah. Took a couple of shots to the face right there. They're just gonna go in, I guess.
Oh, yeah. I don't think they were expecting a jockey to get killed that fast on the roof, but it did. John caught in the spit. He was lucky he didn't take that much damage.
Yeah, there was a lot of common around him.
He's still briefly in the spit. That spitter still got him in the end. At 28 damage as well, pretty much all on Yanni. But it wasn't a bad attack. Yeah, it's good damage. Next attack is up though, a jockey, boomer, hunter, and a charger. Looks like one of the infected, I think the hunter's going to actually try from behind instead of from the roof. Jockey will be the one trying for the roof. Charger's looking for a spawn around the tents. Boomer's looking to rocket off the roof as well. They do get a boom on Nick. Charger's getting a punches on. Pouncer goes on Nick as well. The jockey goes on Rochelle. It decided to free Rochelle first when Nick was boomed, hoarded, and pounced on by a hunter. A lot of damage on check. Very good attack.
Yeah, the tank is another late one at 78%. So
another late tank. So
you need
really
to hang on to that health really to be able to take that tank. After, I think.
It might just be before, actually.
Yeah, it's either just before or just after.
I don't actually think the drop and the runs are safe from makes up 20% of the map. Nearly, but not. But there's a charge over the front with a spit. Oh, but he was...
Yeah, he was jockeyed.
First.
Yeah, he was jockeyed.
Wow. So yeah, I mean, that's provided they make it past the ladder choke point with sufficient health. Surviving a late tank is going to be a bit of a challenge, especially if it's an after-drop tank. But I got the feeling that it's not going to be an after-drop one. I think they'll like be close to the edge or something, and then it will trigger.
Yeah, it could well be.
I know like an 85, 89% tank is one of the ones you have to go right up to the fence or even start the event before it triggers.
Right.
It's like 10% less than that.
Well, it's 78, so it's 7% less, but... Well, they've just
yeah,
sacked
for an
a
80.
spitter.
Yeah, interestingly enough.
That's very interesting.
That... Well, I wonder why they would do that and not sack the boomer. Unless they trying something that they think works for them. Well, those commons are blocked for Smoker from dragging him off. The jockey just took someone back down into Alice's path. It wasn't that bad damage, but you just expect a lot more of our ladder choke. Check has no permanent health left. There was a little bit of a reasonable chip on each of the other survivors, but in a way they're still in very good health. No one's been incapped. So they're still carrying a lot of bonus. This boomer got 2. Gets pops. None of the other infected are committing though. It's a very solid survivor game being played by Extreme Team, and it's putting more pressure on 208. First ever CGFB Community Cup champions, of course. And they come a long way since that achievement of theirs. Attack is coming in. Hunter and a charger landing a Smoker. It's a tri-cap. Coach is in the spit. Wow, they didn't even need the ladder choke. Coach is incapacitated. Fox is down on the ground. Johnny is on low health. We need to take his pills. Check
yeah,
we need to take his pills. Tank is up though. It's a before-drop tank. Yeah. Truthfully, I think it's going to play right into Too Late's hands. Done most of the damage, done most of the work we need to do.
Yeah.
All we need to do is target the health bonus, and but after that, I don't really see Extreme Team making it to the safe room. It looked gloomy for Too Late, but that worked beautifully into their hands. As sacking their boomer, Hunter and Jockey going around. Little unsafe, but they do land a Jockey on check.
I mean, they may get another boomer now because it died first.
I did, yeah. And this tank in control of, being controlled by MC is going to pass. Funny enough, he had the least amount of damage out of his team, and he's still got the first tank. I mean, I know it's a probability thing where it can still happen. It's just not often. But anyway, tank is in control by Snyder. Taking about 500 chips so far. His frustration's going down. He's now having to push in. They got a charge, a pre-spawner, and one of the survivors was actually testing the ball. And the boomer failed. He got popped before he even could vomit. And that, and Rochelle being tunneled. Oh, there's a charge! Wow. And a smoke as well. That was amazing. The charger actually did a prediction charge and charged Rochelle when she was going through some airtime over tank punch. And Coach is down. He's actually black and white. Shell's down. That's actually a very good tank play.
Yeah.
Only Yoni, the only one who's got any permanent health left. Rock's black and white. No spare pills. Unless they've got anything in this room. They haven't. They've actually already been in the pills cabinet. I don't think Rox is going to go very far on this event. Unless they can find spare pills in this room to the right, but...
I don't think that'll look.
Yeah, that's not really worth the risk, I don't think.
Oh, no, it's Nick is thinking about it.
He's thinking about it, and actually the Smoker's sort of seeing that. But they're actually going back to sort of make sure he doesn't get solo capped. So, when they're thinking about it, yeah. But nothing there. I very rarely find pills whenever I look in there, which is not often, admittedly. too late. Our spawn now. Smoker gets
Smoke
hit.
gets headshot.
Wow,
Shot down pretty well.
That was quite a brutal headshot from Yanni.
Yep.
And that smoker was behind the hedge as well. An interesting headshot.
Yeah, I think he just stuck his head into the gap between the hedges and got picked.
Yeah, they basically got to get as much distance as they can for Rocks because he's taking the lead. This jockey's going to go for him and kills him. He went a bit far ahead actually compared to the rest of his team. Oh, and a nice jockey on check as well. Rochelle down. Anissa down. Or Yanni down. There's 868 points so far for Extreme Team. Just missing out on the safe from.
Yeah, and I mean, where that tank spawned as well, the Survivor team, as long as they don't take a huge hit like Extreme Killers did, they can run up to the gate and chip the tank, probably get, you know, close to 1,000 before the tank even sort of can move off his spot.
Well, this is a really crucial point now for both teams actually, because the common trend I tend to notice in Equilibrium with Dark Carnival is that after the second map it becomes extremely difficult to get a foothold in the game. If you're coming on from the back foot after map 2, it's a really tall order actually to get the lead back. So it's crunch time for both teams, I think. Oh, Jockey gets Coach, and a Hunter and a Spit lands on Rochelle. Boomer's actually going to keep Rochelle in the Spit, but not for too long. But a brilliant first attack. Snyder already down to 50 health.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what Too Late wanted to do, but they obviously their jockey got picked before they could do it.
Interesting though, I mean, Too Late are actually running 3 shotguns and 1 SMG. I approve of the setup actually. It's different. Now they got 2 SMGs, 1 shotgun, 3 SMGs made there now, and 1 scout. Which is interesting because there were SMGs in the safe room. I think they were raising shotguns for the starting setup. Attack is coming in though, 1 boomed. Charger completely missing a stationary Ellis. I actually caught a lucky break there, did Too Late. But they already found spare set of pills for Snyder to take. So actually that first attack doesn't look so brutal, especially after the second attack not going so well. So Too Late are still in decent shape, but they took some weird choices with their SI setup for the ladder choke. Question of how Extreme Team do it. Hunter got completely railed and scouted on by Maniac.
Yeah, team skeet.
Indeed. They got rid of the Hunter. They just gotta hope that they don't. Well, they also set the Boomer as well. They could pretty much have it the perfect setup here. Which they do. They got a charger and a spitter. They have got the setup. They need to be very careful about how they handle this. Well, Nick, 2 of them have gone up. Oh, and a charge and spitter's gone on Ellis. He's got a common blocking him though. It was Maniac who taking the damage. They actually cleared that pretty well.
Yeah, that could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, 2 survivors went up. One of them still managed to sever the tongue without any problems. The M2 for Jockey cleared that. Charger landed it and got the spit in, but that was much more preferable, I think, to what could have happened. Or what's expected to happen at a ladder choke at some time. Boomer gets popped. Some real awareness and responsiveness coming in from both teams, actually. There is a Jockey landing very briefly on Ellis. Continually going for the guy with the scout.
Yeah, now look, they're just looking to that gate. Gonna get a chip on the tank.
Yeah. Now they're Too Late, know themselves where it spawned. They got him in view. Except Czech knew to dodge right away. He didn't get not a single scout bullet. Lost about only 72 health.
That was pretty good. My prediction was completely off of how much.
I was
dip
just
they
by
would
the
get.
fact that Maniac was there and ready to actually take the shot as well.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Don't think Maniac knew exactly where it spawned because MC was the one who got the tank at first. So Maniac can blame MC for not telling him where the tank was. And this tank is just practicing his rock throwing completely in the opposite direction of where the survivors are. It's now Yoni who's in control of the tank. It's already been passed to him. I think they're just waiting for Ace, who will he be getting a boomer or another
No, they
grabber?
just sacked the boomer.
Here's a smoker. Gonna go in on this. Admittedly though, this tank has got more work to do. He's got a lot of health bonus to rip through to make it work. He's getting a lot of
He's
shit.
25% already.
His coach just rocked a little bit.
That's it, no support. That tank's done.
No in caps as well. Almost in cap on Snyder there, who's got no permanent HP left, but they're in good shape after that tank. And this is what I mean. It was an absolute crunch moment for both teams, and it's too late, who for the time being seem to have prevailed, provided they don't take any humongous attacks during this event.
Well, the next setup is a Hunter, Smoker Boomer.
Hunter gets
Hunter
skeeted.
in the front.
Skeeted by
down
MC.
in the middle.
Two boom to the back. Rox is still trying with a smoker.
Yeah.
I think he's going to save it though for when they come around. But that's not the attack that Extreme Team were hoping for.
And they've got one more chance pretty much to make something happen.
There is a bit of separation though. I mean, if I were them, I'd say capitalize on that right now. By getting the sniper as well, in particular, because they can't do any long range clearing. The smoker is going to be coming on. Who gets cleared very quickly. Hunter lands on Rochelle. Jockey lands on. It's a toy cap.
Oh no!
That's the attack the Extreme Team wanted. Rochelle is down. Rochelle might even die if they don't get to her quickly. Maniac's there in time though. Oh wow.
Yeah, I think they just pushed it a bit too hard. They were too separated and it did not pay off.
They do get whoops up. They do prevent whoops from dying. Carter coming in though.
Oh, machete to the face.
So they do make it in with some health bonus. It's got 192, but what? So that's a 225 point difference. That is. But like I said, I mean, that was quite a save in a way for Extreme Team.
Yeah.
I
mean, Too Late thought they had got away with it as well.
Yeah. The funny thing was they were separated. Then they got back together again, and they still got a tri-cap. I think Rochelle. I think it was Whoops pushed it a little bit by trying to block off the spawns, but Hunter actually spawned behind Whoops and then capitalized on her separation. Wow, I mean, that final attack made it a much closer game than it would have been. Because if they'd have made it into a safe with the health bonus they felt they should have had, that would have made it to the point where they were this map's entire distance ahead, probably.
Yeah. They had two greens, didn't they? And then a little bit on Ellis.
Yeah, so Extreme Team managed to carve themselves a healthy slice of hope, let's put it that way. A healthy slice of hope. I'm not sure 200 points is that healthy, considering this campaign, but, you know, map 4, there's things that could still happen on that map.
Yeah, well, it's about the tank spawn on this map as well.
60%!
Yeah,
That's
just
extremely
brutal, isn't it?
Well, it depends on the setup. Yeah, you see, they haven't got silenced SMGs to choose from. They might, and they're rolling 3 SMGs now. I know a lot of teams like to try and stick to the fresh mentality, but stats don't lie. The standard Uzis just don't do that much damage as people believe they do.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I can think is what I've seen a lot of people do is just sort of run the tank right back to the corner in this start area, so they sort of wait for him to push in down the tunnel of love, and then run him right back to the corner, chipping it the whole way.
Yeah, but the question you got to ask yourself is, why would you considering you were fighting with a tank alone and didn't have any support to deal with, why would you choose a setup that takes about 10-12 seconds to kill the tank when you could choose a setup that can kill them about 5 seconds?
Yeah.
That's what I asked
I
myself.
think the DPS on the Uzis is definitely weaker.
Yeah.
I think it is interesting to see people run a lot of Uzis in a situation like this, but
Yeah.
If it works for them, I guess.
Yeah. If you're in close enough range with 4 shotguns, you can actually kill them in about 5 or 6 seconds. A tank.
All that
But
time
attack
got
over again,
leveled.
it's a buff bag as well. But I think the support already been cleared. Smoker died.
The tank's up.
I think Rox was the jockey as well. Lucky he didn't land onto anyone, otherwise he might have caused the jockey bug. Actually, no, that can't happen because that only happens with passing tanks, isn't it? Yeah.
With passing. Coach being a bit brave there. Going up to chip the tank
Getting himself a
bit.
bit of chip. Oh, he's doing it as well.
Yeah, that's 700.
Tanks pushing in. They got a boom or a single
Just
boom
a
on
single
Elliot.
boom. Jockey's gonna get screwed over by 2 survivors there.
Rox is, changed now. He's going for Nick. I think he's just
Yeah.
spreading the damage.
He's trying to spread the love.
Kind of wise play, actually. Oh, but he
Yeah.
misses a punch there. Gets another punch on Coach and then goes down. So, no ink caps, but very nice damage spray. That's almost like Left 4 Dead 1 style tank play there.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you know that your support is down, I think it's wise to do that.
Well, an MC and Whoops are still in full running speed capacity, so they're not going to be bleeding out. But that bleed out will be causing others to chug their pills.
This map tends to be pretty kind with the pills, though, so hopefully they'll find some ahead.
Truth be told, I mean, if they can move through the map fast enough and limit the damage intake, they can actually have a good chance to survive on the coast. Smoker at the back. Breathing or landing on anyone. Oh, MC's actually taking some damage though. It was boomed. I think he might have had a hunter pounce on him as well. Didn't actually see MC in that view there. Not from my view anyway, maybe the stream caught it. But anyway, MC has taken some spare pills. Or no, he's taken his own set of pills he had from the safe room. Whoops, still at full running speed, so he doesn't need to chug his. Running 3 shotguns and 1 SMG. I'd say that's wise considering the nature of the Tunnel of Love.
Yeah.
Well, I had that saying said to me many times before. When progressing through a Tunnel of Love, take your shotgun. And unfortunately the person who said that to me meant that in more ways than just one.
Boomer got popped before he can puke.
The charger lands on the back on Nick. And I think the spit though got shut down before it did great.
Yeah.
It's a nice pick there. I think that was from Ellis from Maniac.
There's 1 set of pills in that room. Hopefully they won't miss them. Oh, they almost did, but Alice saw them and went back for them.
I think there was only 1 spare set as well in the pills cabinet.
Yeah, it was.
I think they found a spare set very early on, before or during the tank fight as well. There's actually a spare set back there as well. There's 3 that we know of, I think.
Oh look, Joni's got 0 damage.
Yeah, Yanni, Finnish player of Extreme Teams, looking a bit lonesome in the damage capacity there. They count up
So
having
what's
no
their
damage.
setup for this coaster? Got a charger, jockey and smoker.
And they got it. Whatever they want, but MC
No, the Chang though.
didn't take much damage.
No, he's surfed on the common.
Smoker's trying from a position that isn't used often. Coach is left hanging though by the jockey.
Oh, and that jockey's still alive.
MC being pulled again. Yeah, but they need to be quick about it. There is a charger and a spitter waiting as well. Charger's coming.
Level.
Oh, leveled nicely by Whoops. Real clutch play there, because if he didn't catch that, that might have been like a double or even triple charge that could have ended it.
Yeah.
I mean, two of the survivors. There was a survivor on each side lower down the ramp. They get them back up.
Well, they've got past the choke of doom, so they're in good stead to make some pretty decent distance now.
Yanni finally gets 8 points. But this is the thing, even if they get wiped now, they still got the full distance of this map covered in different extreme team.
Jockey's trying to pull someone off at the back, but he fell off the coaster.
Double boom on the back. Hunter's trying to go for a damage pounce. But still lands it and incapacitates MC. But that's the first in-cap of this round, believe it or not. Can't imagine it. You think they'll either help that someone being down by now, but that's the first in-cap. It's a pretty good survivor play from Too Late. I mean, Snyder looks as though he's already been down, or should have been down by now. He's still going. Alice, being played by Maniac, is taking the boom there. Spit lands. Snyder is down. There's a smoker and a charger up. Charger lands on Maniac.
Oh,
Gets clear before he can complete the incap. Oh yeah, sorry, it was Whoop. Sorry, I'm seeing a man that's seeing a man where there's actually a woman.
Yeah. Whoops is pretty much the last health bonus. Maniac has a tiny sliver. But I don't think it's about that. For them now, it's just getting as much distance as they can.
Yeah. Well, if they play the infected right, they could easily get the wipe here based on the survivor's health, but made it this far. There is Smoker. It's actually trying from like curve.
Oh no, too early.
Way too early, my friend. Rock sail with the Smoker, and he's not going to get his tongue back in time.
Have it. Someone dropped off. Though.
They need to help. They need help, Eliso. And yeah.
How did that happen?
Oh, he got jockeyed off.
Okay.
We were so focused on
that
Smoker not Smoker not succeeding.
Two of them are going to get into the safe room.
Yeah, and it's not going to be much, but this jockey's going to go for coach.
Oh.
Well, they're leaving the other two to fend for themselves. This charge is waiting directly by Maniac, who goes down to a common. MC's got a Smoker way by him.
No, Smoker, not today.
MC bossing the Smoker. Even on 1 HP, not going down.
That was great.
He's got a boomer though to contend with. Charger might even be going for the commons are going to be on Jockey's waiting for him.
It's over.
He's forced down again. Yeah, there's no point going out there for those two. Certainly not MC. Maniac's too risky with a charger. That was, yeah, some Danish words being exchanged between MC and AS being fellow Danes. Those pesky Danes, their jockeys and their 1 HP survivor heroic.
Oh yeah, not bad survivor round at all for them. Especially with that early tank, which is not in an ideal place to take the tank at all.
No, it's not, but it's great tank play. It's also good survivor play because no in-caps, still kept it going very strong and even got 2 to the safe room. So see guys, you don't need slowdown to make the safe room of map 3 Dark Carnival. Case in point, too late right now, just there. I thoroughly approve of that.
Dang, look at Nick's jacket.
I wonder though if, even though it was a good tank play, I wonder if the way of decision to spread the damage between the survivors was actually something that helped too late, and being a blessing in disguise actually got them points a bit further than they probably would. The attack is coming in as a boom on Nick, jogging briefly on Ellis. Charger taking one to the side with a smoker on the boom guy. There's a charge and a slam as well there on that. I think it was on Anus.